Hello YouTube, in this tutorial we're gonna start creating functions that will operate on elements of array. So first, outside of main part of the code, let's say void and function name something understandable like print element. Okay, just printing stuff on the screen, no specific manipulation here, computation and so on for simplicity reasons. So in this case, our function needs to grab two arguments. Well, the first argument will be the actual array, and then we are interested in specific index, position of element. So the same thing when you are constructing like other normal simple containers here for simple variables, you also need to state the return type. Okay, because we are working with integers, so same thing here. So what is the target? Well, the target is this array, but here we are constructing a general function. So I'm gonna say general array. So this is totally custom stuff. I'm using gen r here as a name because it's kind of generic. You can use x, y, z, whatever you like here, whatever it's easy to understand. So because we are working with arrays, we also must here use these brackets that we are using down there. So totally stuff connected with arrays, for arrays, okay. Now, after that, what we need is a position. So position is also integer. So you can just have x here, but I'm going to go with position of element or something like that. So if it's kind of confusing for you, you can just use some abstract x, y, z, whatever you like, okay. So here, because we are talking about one element, one thing, we don't need to use this stuff because this is just unique stuff and this is grouping of these elements. So just generic name for any array, concrete one, right? So now let's proceed with operations with simple printing, nothing special here. So element of array, and now let's grab this general name because we cannot use specific name. This is your custom stuff. So the whole purpose of generic name is to generically use them down there for all kind of cases. Gen r, okay. And then inside we need to use that specific index. I mean general handle for indexes. So I'm using position of element, and now let's go to end a line with a semicolon. So this is actual array, and down there of course we need to call our function. So the name of function is print element, and we are grabbing two arguments here. So the first one will be concrete array, and in this case this is just numbers and comma. Because of this comma, this is how you separate arguments when you are stating your function and when you are using it down there in almost all I think programming languages, well, at least in those that I'm using. So numbers and comma, and then specific position, let's say I don't know, 4. And now because this is actual command, we need to close it, and let's test this result. So the element of array is 2, right? So very cool stuff. Now if you're confused, you can just say here like g, and here like x, and then down there you need to switch that to g and x, and yeah, this thing will remain unchanged here. So if you are practicing, you probably will use this kind of very short names, but if you are going to share your code, then probably the smartest idea is to have names structured in such a case that it's kind of obvious what you are grabbing for arguments. So check this out, print element. So everyone, even beginners, when they see stuff, well, they will know, even if they don't know what this is, that this thing of code is a somehow printing element of something. Okay, so don't, when you're sharing code with other people, use these cryptic variables. I mean containers. That's what I do while I'm practicing, and you probably will, but yeah. So if you are writing something that you will work a lot of, how to explain this? If you are doing something commercially for yourself, if you have intention to sell your software, then even for your own need, it's good to have some usable names for arguments and functions and actual actions. Right, so I'm gonna shut up, and that's pretty much it in this tutorial. Nothing special. So yeah, let's actually go to, I don't know, characters. So character here and integer here, because this is a position. So element of array. Okay, let's leave this thing alone. So character and I don't know, symbols. It's appropriate name because now we are going to work with symbols like letters like A and C and D. And yeah, let's switch this to maximum of 3, and now we are going to print just first position. So 0, 1, and we need to get C as a result. So let me test that, and error for some stupid reason. Numbers were not declared in the scope. And yeah, oh yeah, so just grab and copy paste this stuff down there. Okay, and now the thing will work probably. There you go. So element of array is C because C is at position 0, 1. There you go. Now if you're probably asking, well, why did I use char here? Well, character for generic array that can grab character in it. Okay. So yep, integers are for indexes. So indexes are not letters, they are numbers. So you must type integers here. So I'm gonna definitely shut up. Thank you for watching, and see you next one.